How do I release negative emotions, especially when I'm in the midst of either depression or anger, and I feel like it will never leave me?
Actually, the answer to your question, how to release negative emotions, the first part is, before you give in to the emotion, before you react to the emotion, feel your body. It's so simple, you know, it's just, what's an emotion? It's a feeling. That's why it's a sensational body. We refer to our emotions as feelings. They're sensations in our body. And an emotion is a thought that's linked to a sensation. When we put our attention on the sensation, we break the link between the thought and the sensation and immediately disempower that negative emotion. That's number one. Now there's an involved process which I teach, which is take responsibility for your emotions, because if you think your emotions are a result of somebody else's behavior, then they have to change their behavior in order for you to feel better, and you could be waiting for a long time. Okay? So take responsibility, learn to witness the emotions, feel them, as I said, learn to define them without blaming another person. So never use words like I was abandoned, abused, disappointed, humiliated, because those are not really emotions. They're descriptions of other people's behavior. Stick with primary words like anger, fear, anxiety, guilt, depression, jealousy. These are primary emotions. So use words that actually are emotionally mature, which means you're responsible for your emotions. Once you've defined them, you describe them, express them. And you express them in many ways. First, in the first person, then pretending you're the other person, then actually pretending you're a third party who has nothing to do with what's happening. And when you express your emotions, looking at the emotion from many perspectives, it loses its emotional charge. And finally, when you've expressed them, you share them with somebody that you love and you trust. Then you release them through a ritual, because ritual is a way of trapping energy and releasing it. And finally, you celebrate the release. So when you do that, and it's not very involved actually, you can all do all of these things in less than a minute in your consciousness. And when you learn to do it regularly, then you don't actually harbor negativity inside yourself. There are other ways also. You know, when you have a negative thought, ask yourself, as there's a teacher called Byron Katie who says, ask yourself, is it true? Then she says, ask yourself, are you sure it's true? Then ask yourself, when I have that thought, how do I react? And then ask yourself, you know, who would I be without that thought? Okay, so say you think, this person hates me. Okay, then you say, am I sure that she hates me? Is it true? Am I really sure that she hates me? When I think of that, how do I react? Well, I feel down, I feel depressed, I feel anxious. Who would I be without that thought? I'd be fearless, I'd be empowered, I'd be self-assured. And then you can even turn it around. What you're really saying is, maybe I hate her, or maybe I hate myself. Okay? So when you go through, and, you know, you should look at Byron Katie's work. It's very good. Anything else?